Hello students, if you are studying in CBSE Board Plus 2 class and having CS or IP subject whose exam date is 7 July 2020, then I am here to help you. We will revise one sample paper daily to easily score 100 out of 100. So let's start. Today we will revise sample paper 4, question number 2. Question second, A part. What will be the output of given code? Here A is 4, B is 7. If A is greater than 5 and if B is greater than 5, then print it OK. Now students, see here value of A is 4 and value of B is 7. Now it will first check this condition, if A is greater than 5. Now this condition is false here, so it will not execute the inside part, that is true part, and result will be no output. Next question, question second, B part. What is the difference between randint and rand function of NumPy module? Students, randint function creates an array of integers, but rand creates an array of floating numbers, that is real numbers. So how you have to write? Randint creates an array of random integers from 0 to given index. Example, if you will write 8 is equal to numpy.random.randint 8, size is 4, it will create array of 4 elements having random integers between 0 to 8. But rand creates an array of random floats and the range is 0 to 1. If you will write this, then it will create an array of 5 elements having floating values from 0 to 1. Next question, question second, C part. What will be the output of following code? And the code is A equal to numpy dot arrange 1, 10 dot reshape 3, 3, and then you have to print the array slice starting from row index 1 to last in steps of 1 and column index from 0 to last in steps of 1. So students, first let's check how this array will be created. It will create the array starting from 1 to 10, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. After creating the one dimensional array, it will then reshape it into 3 cross 3, means 3 rows and 3 columns. Now let's see how this array is created. This is the array created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now array slicing works in following way. Row start to row end in steps of given value. Then after this comma, column start to column end up to column step. Now here see, row starting value is given 1, row last value is not given, means you have to take up to last and in steps of 1 given. Now for column, nothing is given for starting, so it will start from 0. Nothing is given for last index, so it will go up to last, and step value is given as 1. So first row, this is the first row, up to last it have to go, means it will take both these rows in steps of 1. Now from this it will take all the column elements, means it will create the array having both these two rows 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. Next question, question second, D part. What will be the output? The code is given as import numpy as n dot linear space 1, 10, 10 print A, and then print n dot extract a mod 5 equal to 0, A. Now students, how linear space works? Now here code given is import numpy as n dot linear space 1, 10, 10 print A, and then n dot extract a mod 5 equal to 0, A. Means first it will create the array, then it will print it, and after that it will print only those elements which are divisible by 5. So let's see how linear space works first. If linear space is having 3 arguments ABC, then difference is B minus A upon C minus 1. Here it comes out to be 1. So array will be created in this way, and now the elements divisible by 5 from this array will be only 5 and 10. Next question, question second, E part. What will be the value of ABCD if A is equal to numpy dot full 4, 3. So students, these are the 4 statements given. Now how this array will be created? For the full function, always it will create the array having 4 elements and 3 values. For this dictionary, it will create the array having keys of the dictionary, that is 1 and 2, because dictionary always takes the values key value pair. After that, C numpy dot random 4, 3 will create 3 elements having range from 0 to 4 and only integer values. In this C part you can take any value. Fourth part, numpy dot 1, 5, it will take 5 elements and all having the value 1. Next question, what will be the output of following code? You have to print array 1 plus array 2 and array 1 plus 5, and these are the arrays given. So students, you have to add them vertically, means 1 will be added with 10, 2 with 12, 3 with 14, 4 with 16 and 5 with 18, and the answer will be 11, 12, 17, 20 and 23. After that you have to print array 1 plus 5. This is the array 1. You will add 5 to each element and the answer will be 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Next question second, G part. Write the code to print the name and marks in IP subject and details of one of following given data frame DF. This is the given data frame. For printing the name and marks, 2 columns, you can use in list form, as you can write df of names, IP. And for printing the details of one, you can write df dot loc. Now the syntax is row start to row end and column start to column end. For this, if you will write here df dot loc a1, means starting from a1, no one index is given further, and for column also you have nothing specified, so it will take all the columns of a1 and all the details of a1 will be printed. Next question second, H part. Explain the use of group by function used in data frame. So students, group by function is used to group the records. How grouping? Let's see. It is used to group the records based on given columns. Suppose this is the data frame given, and from this data frame I want to check how many classes Sheetal is taking. Means all the records of Sheetal only I require. If these are only 5 records, I can easily see from this data frame. But what if this data frame contains 5,005 lakhs records? Then I can use the group by function. How I can use group by function? In this way, I can write df dot group by tutor. Then to retrieve the records of Sheetal only, I can write rs dot get group Sheetal. Suppose I want to take all the records of +2 class or +1 class. In this way, I can also use group by function for the classes, and the result will be this one, rs dot group by class. And to retrieve the records of 11th class, I can write in this way, and the result for this will be this one. Next question second, I part. Explain various arguments of bar function. Students, bar function mainly uses 3 arguments, that is color, width and labels. See one by one. Color is used to specify colors for various bars of bar chart. Labels is used to display the labels for each bar, and width is used to specify the width of each part. Now this is the bar chart, and here I have used 2 colors, blue and red. Labels, these are the labels, series 1 and series 2, and width, this is the width of both bars.